What's up, everyone? This is Tatum. I'm back with another episode of Fuck This Review. For those that's new to my channel, this is my segment where I like to discuss newer albums or albums I never heard before. And, today, the album that I'm reviewing really caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting for it to be as good as it was, so that's just my fault. Without further ado, today I'm going to be reviewing Doja Cat's Planet Her. Can you kiss me more? This is Doja's third album, and she's been very freaking consistent over the past 5 years. Like I said in the intro, that this album really caught me by surprise because I'll just put it out there, I'm not the biggest Doja Cat fan. This is the first Doja Cat album I've listened to. Only thing I've heard from Doja Cat was just the singles, and they're not bad at all, but I wasn't expecting this album to be so freaking good. It's really one of the best I've heard this year, from a rapping standpoint, from a song standpoint, to production, to mix, to mastering. The album really sounds great, just sounds good. The album has 14 tracks. I think it's a deluxe that came out a couple days ago. I don't know how they dropped deluxes 3 days after the album dropped, but we're in different times. I'm going to talk about some of the things I like, some of the things I didn't like, and give my honest review at the end. And yeah, that's pretty much it. For those that's new to my channel, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, be prepared to leave some comments. We just got over 800 subscribers, so that's just great. So let's just keep building this fan base and keep going. And if you like what you hear, tell a friend about it. Easy. All right. The album starts with Woman, and I think that record is so fucking dope. To start your album with a song that's strong as far as topics and how good it is, it's just dope. She started off with a purpose. She let you know she's here to not only for herself, but all women alike who walk all different forms of life. You know what I mean? And I really appreciate that record. And the verses that she kick on here is just dope. The thing that I found really amazing about this record that I mentioned is that the songs are really good, but when she gets into her rapping, she's up there with some of the best. And right now, and I tweeted this, and I've been telling all my friends, I said, Doja Cat is rapping better than some of your favorites. And none of them believe me. But everyone I told to listen to this album, they walk away with a different opinion on her. So I think to open it with Woman was just dope, man. I love everything about that. Yeah, that was just a dope way to open the album. And Naked is a record I could hear playing throughout the summer, well on to the fall. This is going to be, if they push it, this is going to be a record that has the potential to be huge. And then to go into Payday with Young Thug and the way she's using this, her animations on her voice is one thing I really enjoy about Doja Cat, and one thing I did enjoy about this album, because she's she has that, it's star quality, man. It's you could tell the stuff that separates the pack, separates artists from out the pack. And just how she's trying, and she's going on tracks with Young Thug and going on tracks with JID, and showing her ass, and really showing up, and just being creative. Just strictly being creative is the dope part about it all. Get into it. That's the Nicki tribute. I feel like she does her best Nicki Minaj impression, and she even says thank you, Nicki, at the end of it. And I always said you could tell, you could see the Nicki influence on Doja Cat just by the way she raps and how animated she is. I think that record is dope, man. Just to pay homage, because a lot of young people, a lot of young rappers don't ever pay the homage to the person who inspired them in the music, or just anytime. It's nah, it wasn't about anybody. I did this all by myself, kind of thing. And it's just cool that she gave those flowers to her. Need to Know, which was a single, is probably one of my favorites. Those two rap verses on there are just fucking stellar. What's your size? I subtract a 5. The way she just charismatic on there. And was it in a second? I think it was in the second verse where she said something sorry if I gave a random erection, probably thinking I'm a telekinetic. Oh wait, you're a fan of the magic, poof, pussy like Alakazam. Cause I heard from a friend of a friend that dick was a 10 out of 10. I was like, oh my god, she's killing this shit. And then she goes into a singing pattern for 2 or 4 bars, and then it goes right back to slap me, choke me, bite me. Like, and you can hear in the background that she's like, like, it's just mixed and done very well, man. It's just, that's one of my favorites on here. The shit is just dope. The one with Ariana Grande is dope too. Not one of my favorites, but I get it. Like, you need one of those, especially I could see the lane that Doja Cat's going for, and you know, it never hurts to have an Ariana Grande feature. So you're right with The Weeknd. It's a cool record. It sounds to me like The Weeknd. It just sounds like a feature from him, and I never really got that from The Weeknd. Like, it sounded like he just mailed in his verse or whatever. Even in the video, some portions, like, you can tell they only had a little bit of time to shoot together. That one's probably going to shoot at the charts and be there for all summer as well. So what the fuck, my opinion doesn't really matter. I didn't know that was Bryson Tiller in the beginning of Been Like This. I love that. I love the whole vibe of that record. The way the hook goes, since you've been like this, I don't really want to be like this. She's killing it. Like I said, this album just took me by a fucking surprise, man. Like, everything is hitting. It's not a fall off yet. Like, something I'm just like, oh, that was totally whack. I haven't had that yet, and we're on track 9 out of 14. Like, I think she did her thing. I think this is, I'm gonna go back and listen to her other 2 albums, but this one is just really dope. Like, I don't know if she came into her own on this one, or I don't know. It's just really, really good. Options. Ain't Shit is so fucking dope. And you know, she's telling that story about niggas ain't shit, but that record is so fucking, it's maybe like bitches ain't shit, but niggas ain't shit. Listen to your friends when they tell you niggas ain't shit. But that record is so dope. Her verses on there is so dope. I'm gonna use one of the verses in my best lines part of this, so I'm not gonna dive into it too much. But that record, then you ended with Kiss Me More with SZA, and I don't know if that's like both of their records or Doja Cat featuring SZA. I don't know how that works. I know they're both signed to RCA. Maybe it's just a double promotion whammy. But that record grew on me a lot at first when I heard it on the radio, and I was like, this is not. I thought it was Say So. And I was asking my girlfriend, I was like, this is not Say So? Who is this? And she likes Doja Cat and SZA. And I was like, oh, this is the record. This is the record. I've been seeing photos on social media and things of that nature. But the song has grown on me. It's just a good record. Like, even her, she's so charismatic. Like, how she starts her verse off with like, I feel like fucking something. Sugar, I ain't no dummy. It's just so good, man. Like, whoever... I really hope that she had a lot of input on this album as far as writing and production choices. And she produced a record on the bonus, on one of the bonus tracks that was featuring Eve, and I thought that was just so fucking dope. But I really hope that this album was her creation, her mind, and everything. And it wasn't like a label contrived kind of thing. Like, that would be the icing on the cake for me if this was all her. You know what I mean? Let me get into my best songs. Ain't Shit, Need to Know, and Get Into It. I'm going to go with Get Into It. Worst song, I'll go with Love to Dream. Best line, niggas is square like Madison. I can't really be mad at them. They fall, then I got a face palm. Shook him like an 8-ball, and it's embarrassing. I said, 10-page text, should have wrote a book, could have made a bag. But he broke and still waiting till I could chill. And he really think I'm going to get back with him. Doing too much, need to relax a bit. Acting like that because your dad's a bitch. Said, must have been your face because it's not your dick. I'm a freak, not a masochist. Should have known, had the baddest bitch. Left him on red, couldn't give head. Really ain't shit, need a laxative. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, she was like, just to say he acting like that because your dad's a bitch is like one of the hardest bars that anyone can say. I'm not even going to make it just woman, but acting like that because your dad's a bitch. It's just... She was getting her shit off, man. As far as rating, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Fuck's given. Hands down. I'll give it a 5 for real. But it's still too early for the classic title. But 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5 for real. Like, this album is good. Let's wrap this shit up, though. Yeah, wanna know what it's like. This Doja Cat album, if you haven't listened to it already, go fucking listen to it. This shit is so dope. It's one of the best albums, hip-hop albums or albums so far that I heard this year. And it really took me by surprise. She's killing it. The verses are great. I can't find a bad verse on here. The song structure is great. The song topics are great. The production is great. The mixing is great. The mastering is great. The sequencing is great. Everything is on this album is done to perfection. And again, it just really took me by surprise. But I'm glad I listened to it because it's a couple records on here that I'm going to just add to my playlist. That's all you can really ask for nowadays. As always, though, fuck this review. I'm Tatum. Peace.